Hey, another edition of Sauntering Snippets, and this time it's "This Bud's Not For Me, Probably Not For You," seems to be only Donald Trump Jr. Yeah, I'm talking about the Dylan Mulvaney faux trans face, woman face guy that thinks he's such a prancing fool, acting like a young teenager when he's supposed to be, at least according to him. Now, just over a year of womanhood. Yeah, we all know it's a fraud. We all know that he's a fraud. You have to, one thing do is give him plaudits for actually pulling this off for almost everybody, because he's earning mega bucks for getting all of these corporations to say, okay, we'll raise our index score as determined by the Human Rights Committee, just like everything else, the ESG and everything that says be woke, let's upend all of society's norms. All right, enough of that. The real ire here is the Republican Party, not so much Donald Trump Jr., who is, after all, correctly says Budweiser is one of those few corporations where the worker bees actually give more to the Republican Party than they do the Democrats. Not so much probably the C-suite, but, you know, if things go right, that marketing genius that decided to switch from the workaday blue-collar guy Bud Light universe to the transvestites prancing in leggings and a Nike sports bra. Women, do your thing. Go after him. You know, he's making you all look bad. Basically promoting the message that men can be better than women at everything, including being a woman. And I'm a biologist, so I know what a woman is. Back to the Republican Party. Once again, we see them running like crazy away from the culture war. We peons, we hoi polloi, we at the lower end who do the voting and give some of the donating, but certainly are the worker bees, we can rail about whatever we want, and they don't care. They want our vote, and they don't care when they get it. It really is a miserable place to be when they abandon those that are in the trenches trying to fight this. I've been fighting this for quite some time, and all you have to do is look at Granite Rock, and you know that our other writers have been doing the same thing. We understand this is a travesty. We understand this is 2 + 2 = 5. We understand. I have a cartoon I will use for this, and it's a newscaster that I got from Weekend Pundit that says, and here's all the news tonight that we want you to believe in. That pretty much sums up. But the Republican Party doesn't want to play. Or, secretly, as in the case of Steve Dupree, who was the former Republican chair and former RNC committee man to the RNC from New Hampshire, believes in all that social leftist type stuff, but said he was a Republican. Infamously, he gave lots of money to Planned Parenthood, which is now getting into the business since abortions are down, but they want to get in on the game of puberty blockers are on the upswing. So who's left to fight this war? You, me, and a handful of others, but not the Republican Party. Oh, the platforms may say it, and they may mouth the words, but when folks like Donald Trump, and there are many of them, say, hey, knock it off, they're giving us money. That's the real reason. Money. It isn't about values. It isn't about principles. It's about the money for folks like him, and a lot of other people like him. The RNC, the DNC, it's just a matter of perspective and intensity. We often joke about the uniparty, but really what it comes down to is the Republican Party says, we will fight a little bit, but you know that we'll manage the disaster that the Democrats are giving us much better than they can. Big whoop. I'm so tired of that. I want people who are willing to fight for me, who say, yes, you're a Republican. Yes, you're a guy who believes in the platform. Yes, we believe in everything. Oh, wait a minute, we don't. And that's the problem. The most esteemed wife is telling our grandson, mean what you say and say what you mean. It's slow getting through to him at points in time. He still hasn't quite figured it out. Seems to be that those highly placed in the Republican Party hierarchy haven't learned that lesson either, because we keep catching them over and over and over again. At least Dylan Mulvaney is acting the part that he's decided to act, and he's saying what he means and means what he says, at least till when the check comes across. Maybe he does mean it. I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. Don't care to be. No, I don't want to read his mind. But I'm tired of people who say one thing and do another. They say they're for us and they're for the other guy. That they say they're for our values and secretly whispering they're for the other guy's values. This Bud's not for me. And certainly the Republican Party, in this case, isn't trying to be my buddy either. I'm Skip, and thank you for listening to half a rant on this Skip Sauntering Snippets.
Crop TV.